Yeah.
And just see what comes up and then click on some. And then that way the algorithm thinks, oh, this is what he's looking for. Or it doesn't even have to be that. It can be cooking videos, just something besides the really sad stuff.
Oh, I get a lot of Gordon Ramsay videos in between the dog funeral videos.
God, that's even more
screaming
depressing.
at people. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful because the Gordon Ramsay thing is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it could be fun and funny to watch him scream at people for feeding him dog food. The downside is there's also the thing where people will send him ugly photos or photos of ugly food that then he criticizes. And some of those plates of food are so sad. They may want you. They look like depression on a paper plate.
I like the
So that
chef,
may not help at all.
I like the guy who they take the fast food to, and they're like, "Can you make something gourmet out of this?"
Which one? So there's the New York deli guy or the Asian guy, the master chef, the Iron Chef. I can't think of his name.
New York deli guy.
Okay, because they also do that. I think he was the original Iron Chef, and I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Morimoto.
And I mean, he's amazing. And his
Mark Dacascos from Only the Strong. No, he's the chairman. My bad.
And he does that same thing. The guy will, his kid will bring him like Chick-fil-A, and all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, you have this amazing 5-star meal, and he's de-breaded the chicken, and he's done.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He always takes the Chick-fil-A off of it. You could just
sounds to me like you made it worse. What I'd like to see that guy do is take a plate full of Trey, hand it to the chef, and say, "Make something gourmet out of this pile of shit."
I did when I'd
be happy if you can you just make a sandwich.
Can
you just make something that Panera would be happy to have on the menu?
Just edible.
How's Trey doing? How's Trey doing these days? He's pastrami. That's how he's doing. When I went to my therapist, and I was, it's hard to tell somebody like that's what your thoughts are, even though that's what I mean. Even though they're a therapist and they're licensed to listen to your shit. I did have and she was great. She was still is a dear friend. But when I was like that, I'm just worried about, how they're going to find me and all that. And she goes, and I couldn't dispute this. She goes, "What do you care? You'll be dead." And I go, "Yeah, but okay. Yeah, but no, she fucking nailed it. Yeah." I mean, I can't do anything after the fact.
That's
so
true.
She's like,
that's true.
And so that started to help the mindset for me. I'm like, okay, fuck it. It's going to happen. And I look good, and I'm just going to be right here. And then that's it.
So that's where I would say where depression is, the problem is and then your depression kicks in and said, "Man, fuck it, let's do it now."
Let's do it now. Yeah, I get it. Okay, that's the difference, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes. I mean, I don't understand, Trey. AA, depression, anxiety. I don't know how you were not a comic or a novelist. I don't know how.
Trey went way worse. He did radio for about 15 years.
Yeah.
You're an entertainment. Okay. You're in entertainment for 15 years. There you go.
Being in radio, Raj, at the level at which we were, is very much like being a stand-up comic and a novelist at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's perfect. That makes sense now. I'm just trying to get the understanding of the Trent home. It makes now you make so much sense to me. Now I do want to come over and just give you a hug because now this makes so much more fucking sense. I would see you see you out and about, and very well put together. And I'm like, that guy's got his shit together. And I would see at Uptown Pub, you'd come in to get some. I think you guys traded off napkins and fucking food service stuff all the time. And so I'd see you there, and he's always dressed really well. And I'm like, he's got he's a GM here. He's got, when you had your own bar, all this stuff. And I'm like, man, that guy's got his shit together. And now I know you're a total fuck up. This is fantastic. Now we're going to get along so much better. This is so good to know.
Mutual understanding, mutual anxiety and mental health issues. It is a point of bonding for me.
I would see Trey at Uptown Pub, and I'm like, this dude is knocking white privilege out the park. He is killing the white privilege game. He just walked in.
And that's the thing. And that's where you were wrong. He was actually self-medicating.
Yeah, but he wasn't drinking. He just would come in they would, hey, we ran out of this over there. Can we grab this real quick? Or
gotcha.
Or he would bring something to them that they'd run out of. it was mostly kitchen stuff, but he'd walk in and he's, dressed really well. You got the I would see like slacks and button down and all that jazz. And I was like, he'd come in and he didn't have to say a word. They knew who he was. There was the shit. He would stop and talk to me, make a little small talk. And then he was off doing the GM thing. And I'm like, that dude has it together. And today I've made a closer friend in Trey. We've turned a new leaf. You are just a raging fucking mess. And this is great. So am I.
Embrace it.
We're gonna be such good friends now. We'll go to ball games and cry together.
I'm assuming you're in Kansas City watching a Royals game.
I'm just like, yeah, and that was just the fact that you said that. When I went to do Kansas City last week to perform, they had me do Fox Morning TV or whatever.
Yep.
And it was opening day, and they're like, "Are you gonna join us at the Royals game?" And on their TV, I went, well, you guys are gonna lose. I'm from this pesky place where we just won the World Series, so I can't.
Yeah. We got to work on your PR skills when you go to other markets.
They laughed and they went, "Oh, but it's true," and they all agreed. Like, but opening day is fun. I'm like, "Yeah, you'll be $1 hot dogs tomorrow."
Yeah, everybody's full of hope on opening day.
Yeah, but no, like they'll see Trey and I in the stands. Like, did your team lose? Like, no. We won. Then why are you crying? It's what we do.
I feel like there's a Bosom Buddies reboot in here, but instead of it being at an apartment building that's only for women, it's at some sort of mental health crisis center.
That's not bad. Like,
I know.
This could be. We need to write this down. Like two buddies out of work looking for somewhere to live for free, pretend to be mentally
and our
ill.
friend Tone Bell will be your doctor.
There you go. We're gonna pitch this idea to Tone.
I think we should.
That's
let's at least make some money off you guys' depression.
Yeah, I mean you'll spend it because you'll still be alive when we're dead, apparently.
Why do you think I'm in such a good mood about it?
All of a sudden we're gonna get some email notifications from about LegalZoom of your will is ready.
Yeah, I learned a lot from the last really depressed person that didn't live very long and didn't leave me any of their stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm planning ahead now.
Yeah, that's you guys have training. Dan mostly usually was on the job training. Which is great.
I do keep thinking about this though. Trey, you telling us, or Raj, you telling us about which one of you told us about the chef that takes the crap food and makes it gourmet?
Me.
Okay, Raj.
He knew the name of the guy.
Yeah. So you telling us about the gourmet chef that's handed fast food and has to turn something gourmet out of it. And then we say, okay, well, if this chef is handed a plate of Trey Trenholm, what can he do with this pile to make it gourmet? And the first thought in my head was, I swear to God, he would turn Trey into an Italian grinder. Because Trey said, I just want to be, just make me a sandwich. Make me into a sandwich.
Yeah. So we need to start our own restaurant, and we have to name things after our mental health status. So we'll have Trey's sick grinder. Like, people think it's just sick.
Can we call it something else besides grinder?
No, I think it's essential.
Trey's
it
grinder.
Is an essential ingredient to the sandwich, Trey.
Yeah, they
love by all.
Right. Trey, don't you want to be in everybody's mouth?
And Dan, this is why you're a master chef, is you've taken two heaping piles of neurotic shit and made it funny.
What I do, gentlemen. So are you fixed?
I'm okay right now.
I'll take it.
There you go.
We're here for you, buddy. That is Treehouse Plus, episode 24. I feel like at this point, Trey should give us $5 for it. I'll send you a Venmo request.
Yeah.
Episode 91 of the Treehouse is coming up next. Can we recover from all the tears in this episode of the Treehouse? Let's find out in the next episode.